I've always wanted to be as productive as possible, but my iPhone tends to get in the way. I get distracted with social media, notifications. I struggle to stay focused at work, and I struggle to be present with my friends when we're hanging out. So I've always had the dream of replacing my iPhone with an Apple Watch to see if I can go about my day-to-day activities, like buying stuff, doing transit, working out, and communicating, all without having this distracting device with me. And I've noticed a lot of people don't realize how many things you can do with the Apple Watch. This is the new Series 10, because I want to stay as productive as possible and stay as present as possible with my friends. I have some actually visiting today. We're gonna put it to the test and see if I can survive with the Apple Watch Series 10 for 24 hours. Let's get into it.
This video is sponsored by Ketone-IQ.
Now, what are the rules? I'm actually gonna turn off my iPhone so it doesn't connect, and I can only use Wi-Fi with this. You can still use Apple Pay. You can track your runs, your cycles outside, not having internet connection. You could activate Cellular to do iMessage, but I feel like everywhere I go I have Wi-Fi. And the next rule is, can we see if the battery will last as long as possible? Let's head inside and see my sleep stats from last night. Now, I got 6.5 hours of sleep last night. It looks like my average has been decreasing to 6.5 hours. I love seeing sleep duration trends. I think that's the most important one, because if you're not sleeping enough, everything else doesn't matter. I can see my sleep stages as well. That's nice to have, but I don't think it's important to make life decisions based on that. And then there's a new Vitals app in watchOS 11, and everything from the Series 6 and up can get this data. And I can see my resting heart rate, respiratory rate, temperature, as well as sleep duration, and see if I'm outside of these typical ranges at all. I think that information is valuable if you fall out of range to notice, hey, I'm sick, or I drank, or I was traveling. Just good information and data to keep me healthy and in check. It is 1:55. I did wear this watch to sleep and I charged it, but we're approximately 53%, which is halfway. So let's see how much it reduces with this excessive use in the next few hours. I love that the new Apple Watch Series 10 with fast charging can get you 8 hours of sleep tracking with just 8 minutes of charge. Whoa, who is that? Hello.
Hey, Shervin.
Oh, Amy, you're here.
Yeah.
You want to grab coffee?
I would love to.
Where should we go?
I found a place called Cafe Floor and I really want to check it out.
All right, let's use Apple Maps to navigate there. So we're gonna navigate to Cafe Floor. We're gonna go ahead and search. It's offline maps right now. We're not connected. Airplane mode, disconnected from my iPhone. Navigate to Cafe Floor. F-L-O-R. I can tell you right here, iPhone disconnected, airplane mode is on, but we're still able to use GPS and know our location, get turn-by-turn navigations. We're gonna go to Cafe Floor. We want directions. We don't want driving. If I wanted to, I could get transit directions, but we don't have internet connection, so we're just gonna go for walking directions right here. 16 minutes, 0.7 miles. We'll even be able to see the elevation. We got the turn-by-turn, we got the turn-by-turn directions here, as well as the visual. And if I had cellular, I could have online maps as well as I'd be able to call directly from the watch. One big myth is that you need cellular or internet connection to use the GPS. So for navigation, you don't need internet. It still works, it's tracking us live. And these maps are just downloaded offline. Heading to Cafe Floor, there's a really cool new translate feature on the watch, where let's say I'm traveling somewhere and I don't know how to speak the language, I can use my watch to say something in English and it'll translate that. So Amy, for example, you speak Spanish pretty well, so I can have her act like she's a Spanish speaker. Let's say we're going to Spain or Mexico, wherever we want to go. She's gonna say something into my watch and it's gonna translate to me in English, and then vice versa, and it plays it out loud. So let's try it. Hey Amy, English or Spanish?
Me gusta tomar café y quiero ir a Cafe Floor.
I like to drink coffee and I want to go to Cafe Floor.
Sounds good to me. We can start walking there right now.
Me parece bien. Podemos empezar a caminar allí ahora mismo.
Amy, AKA your favorite English teacher on YouTube. Was that translation accurate?
Sounded good to me.
All right, let's head to Cafe Floor.
I just pulled up my phone to look at directions, but I think your watch has it.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the video, Amy!
Iced chai latte.
And then, could I get an iced oat milk latte, please? 12 ounce. We do Apple Pay. So, Amy, no iPhone, no internet connection. Can you still use Apple Pay?
Of course.
Yep, we did that.
Yeah.
We just finished our coffee and I was able to stay present. I had no phone, no internet. We were still able to pay with my watch. We were able to navigate and get here with my watch.
It was awesome, but you know what? I really want to ride bikes in New York.
For this part, we're gonna cheat a little bit and I have to pull out my phone. I'm gonna pull up the CitiBike on the Lyft app. It's gonna say select CitiBike, so I'm gonna do that. Scan to unlock, and actually I need to turn off airplane mode on my watch so I can reconnect to my phone. You'll find out why soon. I'm gonna come here and scan the bike. If I had a little hardware piece, I could do it without my phone, but sadly I can't. But there's another feature that I really like. I already put in the address of where I wanna go. What's nice about the Lyft app, I can say start navigation, use Apple Maps, and the value in having Apple Maps is it automatically syncs to my watch, and that's why I turned my watch off airplane mode. I'm gonna tap go, it's getting biking directions, not to my destination, but to the actual place where I'm going to park the bike. inside of the Lyft app. So that way I'm near the destination. I don't have to pull up the Lyft app while biking. And then I can just start a workout. I wish Apple Maps integrated with the workout app as well, but we don't have that yet. So we're gonna use the Apple Maps to navigate from the watch and start a biking workout on the watch as well. Now I need to get my first workout in of the day. Since I can't run today, we're going to bike, but I do need a little bit of energy. And one of the ways that I stay energized is with Ketone-IQ, the sponsor of this video. It is a no sugar, no caffeine, clean shot of energy. Well, they also launched Ketone-IQ plus caffeine, which is 5 grams of ketones plus 100 milligrams of caffeine, so if you want that dosage too. But personally, I love taking the classic ketone shots instead of an afternoon coffee. I'm trying to limit my later in the day caffeine intake, and this has been a great way to be energized and focused throughout the day to stay productive. I also love to take these before my long runs, so that gives me a little bit of boost of energy. I'll typically take the Ketone-IQ plus caffeine right before I start running on my long runs on Saturdays, and then I might put another one in my pouch to run with and then just consume throughout my run. And as soon as I take it, it gives me that boost of energy and it feels like, all right, I'm ready to go. Let's get this work done. Let's keep running and get those miles finished. Not only that, I love that Team Visma actually uses this. They're a top pro cycling. If you've ever watched the Tour de France, they won in 2022, 2023, and their team uses Ketone-IQ. And knowing that these professional cyclists use it gives me even more confidence that this stuff actually works. Save 30% off your first subscription order and get a free 6-pack of Ketone-IQ by going to ketone-iq.com/Shervin. It'll also be linked in the description. Get yours today, and thank you Ketone-IQ for sponsoring this video. Back to the bike ride. Because my watch is now connected to the phone again, it automatically shows up on my watch. I'm gonna get turn-by-turn navigations and buzzes as well. Start an outdoor bike. I can also play music out loud on the speaker because I forgot my AirPods. So if I wanna jam out, that's a new feature on Watch Series 10 and Ultra 2. And then once I want to see the map, I just need to switch apps to be able to see both at the same time. But I can still pause my workout by pressing these 2 buttons, but I'll have to switch back to unpause, and then I need to switch back to maps, which is not ideal, but that's kind of the workaround that you have to do on this device. Now, could I have done this with just the Apple Watch? Yes, but the seamless integration of Lyft with the CitiBike app to Apple Maps to the direct syncing to my Apple Watch makes it that much easier. So we did it that way. We've arrived. We'll end the workout here. And this is where something called training load has been added to these watches. And now it's gonna ask me for how did it feel? Easy to moderate to all out. I'm gonna put super easy on this ride. It was pretty short. And now I have a number that's assigned to this workout. Effort was easy. And so then I can see my training load for the past few weeks where, hey, am I steady? Am I well above? How has that change been over time? Am I overtraining, undertraining? So this is a very interesting value that I can use. It uses my subjective data, which is that score I gave you, as well as objective data, which is from my workouts in terms of the duration of the workout and the heart rate from those workouts. Baby. Oh, he's got. How do you ride the subway?
With my iPhone.
All right, show me.
I gotta do Apple Pay.
Well, how do you do that?
Okay, I just double click.
Oh no, we have an issue. She double clicks in Apple Pays. All right, we gotta show her the real way of how it's done. All right, Amy, so what you wanna do is go to settings, scroll all the way down to wallet and Apple Pay, then go down to Express Transit card, and you wanna make sure you select your Express Transit card. That way, you don't even need to double click. You just tap your iPhone, and if your iPhone dies, you can still pay for Express Transit for a couple hours, I think, after the iPhone's dead. Turn your screen off.
Okay, off.
Yep, now go ahead and tap it like it's a card. Boom, ready to go. And then when I have the watch, I prefer the watch because I don't have to pull my phone out of my pocket. I can just walk up to the thing, I got my watch. Boom, done, and then I can go right through. Fun fact, you can actually let in, I think, up to 4 people for a specific ride with your Apple Pay Express Transit card. And maybe you're like, oh, I want to buy a card so I can get the weekly pass. Well, after, I think, 12 rides, which is whatever the weekly rate is, the rides become free. So all you need to do is you're making sure you're using the same device and the same card. So don't use your Apple Watch and your iPhone and interchange them. Use one device, and as long as you do that, after 12 rides, every ride will be free after that within the same week. Now we're gonna get pizza. And you know, part of being social and having good relationships is eating food together. And when you go to a restaurant, sometimes you need to split the bill. And in America, not like Europe, you can't easily just put down everyone's card. Sometimes one person puts their card down and then everyone else has to pay that one individual. So we're gonna go inside and get some pizza and see how this works.
Ooh, they all look good. I think I'm gonna get the meat dream.
Let's go. I'm probably getting the same exact thing. Amy, you paying for us?
Thought we were splitting it.
Oh, I don't have any money with me.
Of course then.
Apple Pay. All right, Amy needs to know how much money we're gonna pay her because she doesn't want to pay the entire bill. How much was it?
Like $48, I think.
And how much do we owe you?
I guess 24. We split
24?
it.
Well, with 3 people.
Oh, 3 people? 48 divided by 3. What is that? I don't
Siri, pay Amy $32. So now the Apple Pay Cash is supported on the Apple Watch, so I can send her the money right away. Look at that, it's sending $32, done. And if I go to my messages, I can actually see that I paid her right here. It's sending via Apple Cash, and it should be in her messages right now. Did you get the money?
Got it.
So that's not the only way. I can also pull up the Messages app and just tap the plus sign, go to Apple Cash, and then if I need to do a sense, I can do that too. But it's super easy to just Apple Cash people now via your watch. Now the last Apple Cash use case is, let's say I buy something off like Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace and I'm trying to pay someone, but I don't want them to know who I am. I want to pay them in like Apple Cash. And I don't want to use an app like Venmo where they need to know my phone number, maybe my username. There's a secure way where I can actually Apple Cash someone without sending my personal information to them. So let me show you that right now. So what I need to do is I double tap, activate my Apple Wallet. I'll go to my Apple Cash, and you just want to scroll down. There's tap to cash. This works on the phone as well. I can select my amount. I can scroll right up to increase. Let's say I want to put a decimal. Obviously there it is. Continue. Now I can scroll down here and say appear as, and I can include my profile picture or not, include my last name or not, and then I have to include my first name. So now I go back, and now we're ready. So I want to send this money to someone. I'm going to double click to confirm. That person's gonna bring their phone up to me. So Amy's gonna bring her phone in. I wanna stay anonymous because I'm buying something from her from Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. Boom, it's got a cool animation. Sending $1. It says she just now has to accept it. She accepts the cash and done. I sent $1 to Amy, first name and no other information, the location that we exchanged that dollar at.
Thanks, Shervin.
And I prefer to use this instead of like Venmo just because I know Apple has my privacy in mind, and I'd prefer to kind of do all my money transactions through Apple Cash. I don't even have the Venmo app anymore.
Shervin, you're really the only one who sends me Apple Cash.
Have you used any of it?
Tried to use it in Berlin one time and it got declined, but I don't know why.
So I'm pretty sure Apple Cash is 0 transaction fees because when I had done my Apple Watch travel videos and I forgot my card, I'll use Apple Cash, and it was pretty spot on with the conversion rate. So you can still use your Apple Cash in another country and it converts exactly to the Google conversion rate that I saw. I'm gonna give that an 8.7. Call me Dave Portnoy. All right, now we are outside of New York where it's very loud. There's music playing behind me and you can probably hear it through the microphone that's in my chest. And I'm gonna do a phone call. The new Apple Watch Series 10 still only has one microphone, but they're using the neural network to be able to cut out all the background noise. So I'm gonna call Amy. I do have to turn my phone back on to do this, but if I was on Wi-Fi, I could do FaceTime audio. Hey Amy, how's the audio? I'm calling from my watch.
I'm just outside. Can you hear all the background noise? There's like singing, there's
Background noise, and maybe if I rotate and face the music more.
a truck going on. Can you hear any of that audio that's coming from the background? It's pretty loud here.
I can't hear anything. I can just hear your beautiful voice.
It's gonna be a bit louder.
Are you serious, really?
Yeah, I don't hear any music, no truck.
I'm literally just talking with my watch up to my wrist. I'm not using anything else, and it just sounds crisp and clear. Like
I'll talk to you soon. Let's go get some.
I need to find you, so I'm gonna iMessage you.
You can have whatever you like.
The new MKBHD Adams shoes, just got sent to me today, and I want to get a cool photo with them, and I want to direct the shot, but I'm going to be in the shot, so I can't really see the camera. So what I'm going to do is open up the camera app on my watch right here, boom, and now it's going to pop up the camera on my phone. I'm going to zoom out. One issue that I've had actually, honestly, for a while now is it takes a while to load sometimes. See how the watch is black, but my phone is actually showing the camera. But if we give it a little bit of time, then it connects. I've had this issue. I don't know. It might be a software thing, Bluetooth interference thing, but there's a bit of a delay sometimes. If I found out that if I unlock the phone first, usually there's a higher success rate. So now we can tap it. We've got photo and video modes. So if I want to take a photo, I can. And I can use the digital crown to change the lenses and the zoom that I'm using. So that makes it super easy. And now I can snap photos of myself and it'll be on my watch. So I'm gonna post a photo of those shoes on my Instagram at Shervin Shares. Make sure to follow me there if you wanna see these before it goes live on YouTube. It's been 4 hours since we left the house and the watch is now at 19%. So clearly we're actually excessively using the watch. This is not normal usage where you might get a full 18 hours. But I know once the watch dies, I can get up to 80% from 0% in 30 minutes with fast charging. So that's using the cable that comes with the Series 7 watches and newer, and then using at least a 5-watt power brick that's USB-C. All right, now we're gonna order an Uber because some people use this to transit. We're going to request a ride, and it should show up as a live activity. This also works for flights. I know the United Airlines app. It'll show my seat, the time until I'm boarding, and it's live updating. Oh, here we go. The watch is just updated. It says pick up in 1 minute. So if I put my watch down and then I bring it up, there's a live activity. I turn my phone off. I can tap the Uber app, open on iPhone, 1 minute away. boom, it opens the Uber app for me. Live activities automatically pop up when they're active. So if I put my watch away and pull it up, the live activity is still there. It's not going to go to the classic watch face until the live activity is over. Live activities were already supported on iOS last year, but now they're officially added to the Apple Watch as well. Hello. And here's the live activity of our current estimated arrival time. That's the other live activity that pops up on the dynamic island as well. Like I was saying before, there's so many different things that you can do with your watch that people don't actually realize. And we got to test them out and show them to you. So let me know which ones you've tried, which ones you haven't. The last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go cold plunge because there's a new water temperature sensor inside this watch. We're gonna see, can I get the actual water temperature? I think it's set to 39 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like 3 degrees Celsius, I would guess. We're gonna test that, and that's gonna be the last thing. And the temperature is set at 38 degrees Fahrenheit. And now we're gonna see if the depth app will automatically activate. So we're gonna dip into the cold plunge. Woo! Oh, here we go. There we go, 0 feet, 1 foot, 43, 40. It's showing 43 degrees, it's 1 foot underwater, 44. Oh my God, my hand is freezing. There we go, the depth app now works, so we can check the temperature of the cold plunge. Since you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. I love to test tools and strategies for high-performing individuals, so I want to be productive and I want to have positive and good relationships with all my friends. It looks like the Apple Watch does help me disconnect, and I can do so many activities with it. I love the Apple Watch. I've been using it a lot and it helps me disconnect from it. My name is Shervin. Follow me on all the socials. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Thank you, Ketone-IQ, for sponsoring this video.